Hey, I'm Taylor, and for my activity, I had my friend Molly teach me how to do her makeup in Spanish. And it was really going into it. I was kind of just expecting not to know anything, like to just be able, just to have to watch what she was doing and kind of figure it out. And because I don't know Spanish, I took a couple years in high school, so I know like a couple words, but it was pretty much what I expected. It was confusing because I didn't know anything she was saying, but I could kind of understand because I could see what she was doing. And so that was interesting. And I think it was just mostly really interesting because um, I think it kind of put me into the perspective of kids who don't speak English and that come here to America and where everyone speaks English. Um, I think that it reinforced my core beliefs because when I'm in the classroom, I want all of my kids to have equal opportunity, which is hopefully like what I'm going to be able to do for them. And if they don't speak English, then I want them to have the opportunity to learn in Spanish and be able to learn English, and then be able to understand and be at the same level as the rest of my students and not judge them off of that. Um, I think that it'll affect my relationship with future students because I'll be able to understand where they're coming from when they come into my classroom not speaking English. Because you don't know whether your students are coming from a home of only Spanish speaking or coming from a home where they speak English and Spanish or any other languages or just English. And so, and a lot of times you don't find that out until you go to talk to your student and they can't respond to the question that you're asking them. And so, or so instead of thinking that maybe they're just not smart or they are having difficulty with different subjects, it's you need to look further into it because maybe they're just not understanding what you're saying. And if you gave it to them in Spanish, then they would understand it. And so I think I'll just be more understanding with my future students and be able to help them out more and find different ways to accommodate for that need. And um, yeah, and I think I just learned a lot about how hard it is for them because I can't imagine going to a classroom where it was only in Spanish and I understood nothing that was being said and I had to learn from what my teacher was doing. And a lot of times like if it's not math, if it's just English, then or writing, how are you supposed to write when you don't know what to speak? And so I think I'll just be a lot more understanding and it'll help a lot in my future classroom.